It's just you and me. Bonnie and Clyde, yeah.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Lindsay again, and today I'm going to be doing a video kind of just talking about my experience like online fashion school. If you didn't know, I go to Ryerson University for fashion communication, and I just finished my first semester of my third year online, not on campus. So I thought it'd be like interesting for people, I guess. Like, I don't know how long online school is going to be a thing for Ryerson, or like just like learning this kind of creative stuff online is different. So I thought I'd do like a video about my experience because it definitely was different than on campus. So yeah, if you're interested in more videos like this about Ryerson or just fashion school or thrifting in fashion, I do a lot of those kind of videos, so I'd love for you to subscribe. So first thing I kind of wanted to mention was like, do I like it more than I like in-person classes? And I have to say no. Like, obviously you can't beat in-person classes. Like, just being around other creatively minded people and just working with other students and like interacting with teachers and just being on campus in Toronto in the setting where it's like very creative, very inspiring in the city. It's very different than being like in a remote small town in Ontario and learning it. So I definitely don't like online more than I do on campus. Like, it's just so different, and there was just so much work online. Like, you're constantly on your computer. Uncomfortable as a position, you don't get the interaction with others, and it just wasn't worth like the same tuition amount and the same learning experience. Like, I feel like I still learned stuff, but it just wasn't enhanced by my environment, you know what I'm saying? Just because it's like a lot of creative things. The school fashion's been really good at Ryerson. Like, they really care about their students, and they really care about our success and like our mental health and whatever, because it is a really hard program and a really hard industry, honestly, to get into. A lot of people probably just think it's like, oh, fashion, it's like fun and you get to try on clothes and like style clothes, but it's so much creative stuff that we're learning that it's so much more than that, I'd have to say. So actually next semester they're reducing the workload, they said, by 20 to 30%, like, of projects, because it's like we always had something to do, always on our computer, because like it's all on your computer besides like maybe like art direction, we had to go take a photo shoot or plan a photo shoot, or like drawing maybe, I don't know. But they're gonna reduce the course load by 20 to 30%, which is amazing because I literally was struggling so bad online. Like, surprisingly, I was the most productive on YouTube, probably just because I wanted another creative outlet and it wasn't just like sitting at my computer. It's like filming video, even though I still have to edit on my computer, but you're still like on your computer 24/7 and doing stuff online. So they're gonna reduce the workload by 20 to 30%, which is really nice. And we're gonna have like week 3 and week 9 are gonna be like weeks off from class, and like we'll get to talk to instructors more, because that's another big thing. Like, we always needed feedback from our instructors on our projects. Like, that's like a big part of our success of our projects, because obviously they have like a really good creative eye and know these projects from past years and like what's successful in them and whatever. So they really want us to be able to interact with them, especially since we're not on campus, because like you go to their office hours whenever, or even talk to them in class. But like Zoom classes, you're not gonna like they're not gonna come around and talk to you individually. Like, you have to stay in front of the whole class or wait till the end of the class. That is really nice that they're doing that. I'm going to talk about the courses I had. So basically I had 7 classes. Like, one was split into 2 credits, but it literally was the same workload as 2 classes. So I basically had 7 classes. So I had art direction, digital illustration, product development. My elective was a sociology course, Hollywood and Society. My creative elective was fashion, film, cinema, and new media. Then I had typography and graphic design, and I always forget one, and research methods. So let's start with art direction. My favorite class, probably. It was still fun because we got to be creative in our photo shoots. Our classes were really engaging. Like, we would share like our ideas and stuff, so that was really nice because you could see what other people were working on and like see their projects and their like, whatever. Like, you see on Instagram, like, people post their projects and stuff, because it's like a really fun, I feel like everyone likes that class, so it's just really cool to see other people's work. So that was a really nice engaging class. At least we weren't sitting at our computer doing the work, obviously, to edit the photos, but that was probably my favorite class. But we still had like Zoom lectures and stuff, which were long, but it was nice to talk to other students and stuff. I don't know, it's just like you lose that sense of community, but obviously because it's on Zoom, you're staring at a screen more. Like, it sucks staring at a screen. Like, I hate being on Zoom for so long. But that one was nice. And I really like photography and editing photos and everything. And art direction, it was cool to kind of like put yourself in the art director's shoes, kind of like making sure all the elements of the shoot we're working, and then adding the graphic elements after like into an editorial spread was really neat. So I really enjoyed that class. I'm sad that's over. Digital illustration product development was a split class. So you have digital illustration with one prof, product development with another. So before reading week we each had a individual project in each of those. So technically it was 15% of our total combined mark out of like 100 for both classes, like 30% per segment, but 15% overall, which is like literally not a lot for the amount of work it took. So I don't even know why this is a class. Like even our profs were like, we don't know why this is still a class, or they've been trying to change the split kind of classes. I know there's a few other split classes in the School of Fashion, so they were trying to change that, they said. So I'm hoping they change that for future students because it's really not fun. The digital illustration was basically just like learning how to use Photoshop and Adobe Illustrator creatively, and like drawing and using those tools, like helpful, but like I wouldn't have taken it if I had a choice, you know what I'm saying? Because I don't like illustration. It was like the next level of the illustration classes. And then we had product development. Product development, I actually really liked that class. Our first project was kind of, and like we had to do like we had to make a garment for like a technical drawing for an existing brand. So I made like a dress for House of Sunny. So we had to create like a mood board, like define their target market, explain like our rationale or whatever for designing that garment. So I did that, but yeah, that one was okay. And then our group project actually in that class was really fun. My group members were really engaging, and like we all like it worked out well. Like we all met like Sundays and just talked about our we had to make a brand, so we made like a whole brand. That's kind of what I showed in a few vlogs I think ago. The brand we made, like the products we made, that was really fun because then we got to present it in our Zoom class. I mean, it would have been more fun if it was in person, because then we could have like met our group members in person and like interacted and talked more, or like had just more engaging like creative sessions, I guess. But everyone was really nice. Everyone was really hardworking, and that just worked out well. Like I feel like maybe it could have gone bad because it's online, like people could just not respond, but everyone was really good. We still haven't gotten our mark back for that, but I think we did really well, and I was really happy with how that worked out. And then okay, so yeah, that was the final project of product development. And then digital illustration, we just had more illustrations on Illustrator that we had to do, so not that exciting. So yeah, that was one class technically, but it was basically the work of two classes, because you're dealing with two different profs and two different projects due around the same time, which is so annoying, but they're changing it. So, and I don't have any split classes next semester, so thank God. And then I had typography and graphic design. So Ryerson's changing their whole curriculum or whatever, but I could have taken Mass Exodus or typography. Thought I was gonna go on exchange. Exchange got canceled, so I just stayed in typography. It's whatever. Like Mass Exodus could have been fun. It's basically like producing a fashion show for the 4th year students to showcase their designs and stuff. Dealing with people online more, I don't know, I'm okay being in typography and graphic design instead of Mass Exodus, but it would have been fun. We had like a lot of very technical projects in typography. I think it's very useful information to learn how to do, or just to really think creatively. Like we had a lot of creative intensive projects, kind of just like very abstract projects to kind of get us into creative mindset using type. So that was nice. It was like a nice introduction to like how to integrate type with analog elements, like artistic elements like paint or like on Illustrator, and just like how to work with it more. So I thought it wasn't one of my favorite classes, but it was still like very like educational. I feel like I learned a lot from it. So that one was pretty good. Yeah, and then next semester I have something else because exchange is not happening. It's like more graphic design or something, or publication design. It's like the second version of typography. Like some of these carry on to the next semester, but I may be going on exchange in another year because I may take an extra year so I can do exchange. I don't know if I go to Australia again. I'm looking at like different places like Amsterdam, somewhere in Europe maybe. Like there's a lot in England as well, so I may reapply and take an extra year and then do more internships. So that's like another thing. I'm like, do I want to take an extra year to do that? But I'm like, am I ready to do my capstone project? It's just like a whole thing of figuring out. So that's where I'm at with that. I don't know what my next year is going to look like yet, but I'm going to apply for exchange again to go winter 2022, and then that means I would have to do my 4th year in 1 year, like semester, fall semester, winter semester, because of my capstone project. So we shall see what happens. I don't know, because I really just don't want to miss out on exchange, and maybe I was meant to go somewhere else instead. I don't know, maybe Australia wasn't meant to be and I'll be heading somewhere else. I don't know. I just really did not want to miss. I was just like, I don't want to take an extra year, but I really don't want to miss out on the opportunity of exchange. Like I feel like it's just something I would regret not doing, or extending my degree in order to do because of COVID, obviously, and I feel like a lot of people are in this situation. We'll see what happens. I'll keep you guys updated on that in future vlogs. I'm sure I'll mention it. My elective was Hollywood and Society. That was actually a really good class. He like posted the lectures. It was like the most asynchronous class I had, like not Zoom lectures or anything. We had check-ins, like optional check-ins. It was basically like discussion posts every week. Those got to be a lot because it was only 20%, and we had to do like a discussion post, 2 discussion posts, and a reply every week. So that was kind of a lot, but like we didn't have any exam, midterm or final exam. We had a final essay, an annotated bibliography, and a research proposal throughout the semester, but it really wasn't that bad. And we also had a group project. It all kind of worked out like well in that class. It was just, I found the content really interesting. So if you're looking for a good elective, like upper liberal elective, that one was really good. My professor was really engaging as well in his lectures, even though sometimes they were a bit long, but at least you had the option to pause it and stuff and you didn't have to like sit there and listen. But yeah, I really enjoyed that one. And then my fashion related elective, like we have professionally related elective, like you have a list we can choose. I took fashion, film, cinema, and new media. I really liked my prof. She was really nice and really engaging. We just had Zoom check-ins once a week, and her lectures were nice and short, and the content was really engaging, and it kind of overlapped with my Hollywood Society class, so that was kind of interesting how they overlapped, taking them at the same time. That was probably like the best structured class, I'd say. Like we would have like 45-minute audio lectures to listen to. She'd give us the slides. We had 2 tests, and it was open book, so obviously it wasn't that bad, like a midterm and a final exam kind of, each worth 20%. And then we had a final project, and I did like a creative project, so I made like a video. I got to use my video editing skills, so that was really fun to do. And we had 1 critical reflection, so like a discussion post to do. So that was like the most, not the easiest class, but the most well structured, where you still learn stuff class. I don't know how to explain that, but it just didn't feel like I was wasting my time doing anything for that class, you know? Like it wasn't an excessive amount of work for that class, which is really nice. So I had that one, and then I had research methods. Okay, research methods, I have like mixed feelings because I know it's really valuable information, but I did not like the way the class was structured. I just felt so confused in like when to watch the lectures or how to relate it into my projects. Like I feel like a lot of people were just like, I feel like it would have been more engaging in class, and I don't think it's anyone's fault of how like I perceive the material, but we were just basically learning how to do research for a final capstone project. I did pretty well in that class. Like we had module tests, like kind of like, do you know the definitions of these? And it was open book, obviously, but and then we had a final research proposal. I just feel like I didn't absorb the content as much as I could have in a person, maybe. Like I don't know, it was just like a lot of new information of how to research, and like obviously it's not going to be the most interesting content ever, because what is qualitative research, what is quantitative research, but it was like good information to know now. It was like the least of my priorities because I had so many other creatively intensive projects, which kind of sucks because I can't like give myself fully to that class because it was the most normal class, I guess. Like in fashion school, you don't really do a lot of essays and stuff. Like I literally forgot how to write my Hollywood Society essay, and I needed help with how to structure an essay. I did pretty well on that, but it's just like it was so different from like what everything else we were doing, so I kind of like dreaded doing the work for that class, I guess. I'm glad I took it now. It was just like annoying when you're like doing all this other stuff, especially having like 7 classes when I thought I'd have 6. So okay, I think I talked about all of them. So yeah, online, definitely different. I miss in-person classes. I miss interacting with my fellow fashion students and like making more connections and doing internships if I had the opportunity, or just living in Toronto. Like I really miss living in Toronto or living in the city, and really having to go back for the summer. I hope is latest like August, and then seeing if I go on exchange winter 2022. But I know I definitely I'm not gonna stay here for another year, or until if I go on exchange. Like I'm not staying here. Like it's just, I wasn't inspired by anything. Like just living in Toronto, you just get so inspired by the environment and like the people around you. It's just so different than like sitting in your childhood bedroom doing your work on your computer on your bed, because I literally can't sit at my desk and do my homework. So I had a lot of back issues, but I'm glad it's over. I'm glad they're really going to change it for next semester. I'm really hoping 4th year, if I continue with 4th year, it'll be in person, like, because like you're doing a capstone, so you really need to meet with your advisor a lot. So I'm hoping they'll have a lot of in-person classes, or even if I take an extra semester, because I would take fall 2021 off kind of, or do like electives or something. but I'm hoping to be back in Toronto, do like internships and just like that might be like a really good option, because if it's online again, I don't know if I can do it. So that might be a really good option, just to do internships. Hopefully restrictions will be down or like less, so I can like go in person and do internships and like go on exchange winter 2022. I just like really want to go on exchange. So yeah, that's my educational journey to this point, I guess. I did a video about my whole second year experience in like June or something. Previous videos about this, so if you're interested or have any questions, leave them below. You can DM me on Instagram. I know there's like some videos on YouTube about the program of other people, but not many. So obviously it's very helpful to know a student's perspective. Like when I first started, I was always searching. There wasn't many people that have done videos about their experience or like specifics. Like I know some people may not care about the specific courses I took, but if you're a Ryerson student or in this program or wanting to go in this program, I feel like it's definitely helpful just to know about the environment and like the different courses. And like if you have any questions about specific profs or like projects, like honestly I would be more than happy to answer. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope it was helpful to someone out there, and I will see you guys in my next video. Merry Christmas. I'm filming this December 23rd, so stay safe. And yeah, I'm going to be doing more vlogs and more outfit videos. I have one outfit video to film and another thrift haul to film, so I'm really excited about those. I can't go thrifting for a month because of the restrictions, so it'll be my last thrift haul for a while, but I have a lot of clothes to sell on Depop as well. So go follow my Depop if you'd like as well, and I'm just rambling at this point. So I will see you guys in my next video, and I will, if you enjoy like college vlogs, fashion school vlogs, or if you're even like just interested in fashion school in general, I do a lot of those, or I have a lot already, and definitely next semester I will be doing a lot as well again. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Don't forget to subscribe and like, and I'll put my social media handles here, and they're always linked in the description below. Okay, thank you guys. Bye. I know